Hi, I'm Richard Randall, and welcome to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker, the owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. This is the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell real estate, and it does it with Colorado's real estate authority, Barb Schlinker. Barb is a retired Navy veteran. Barb Schlinker is an author. Barb's a pilot, and she and her team do everything to enjoy all of Colorado's Front Range and all it has to offer. Barb, always great to be talking with you. Now, we air Your Real Estate Voice every Saturday. If you can't listen to the entire show, always available on Barb's site, barbhasthebuyers.com. You'll find her on most of the popular podcast platforms like iHeartRadio. Barb, what are we talking about today?
Well, good morning, Richard. Actually, it's really interesting that this should be like flying high, busy as we could be type of time in the market just for seasonality. But what we're seeing right now is because the Fed kept the rates the same and because the inventory is surging right now and the prices or the number of sales have dropped by 15%. When you couple those together, not as many homes are selling. It's a little bit trickier to get a home under contract. So we're going to go over all the market in the first segment and just talk about what's going on. Historically, it doesn't look bad, but going forward, you really have to be priced right to make it happen. Then we're going to talk about the top ways to buy your next home without having to sell your current home. It's the number one problem for most people transitioning from house to house. And then we're going to talk about what does it cost to sell a house? And one of the questions I get all the time from sellers is, do I have to fix everything before I sell? And we'll kind of deep dive into that and discuss, whether or not it has to be a full-on remodel or just enough to get a buyer. And the very last segment is going to cover the most common reasons a Colorado home fails to sell. And as always, I love sharing my hot new listings. Richard?
Barb, now that the spring real estate season is heating up a little bit, prices vary according to different locations, of course, up and down the Front Range. But what is the current state of the Colorado Springs real estate market?
Well, in the Springs area, typically from right now all the way through August, that's when the prices tend to be the highest. And normally what we have seen for the last 4 years is really, really light inventory. However, that's changing right now. The inventory has really picked up just in the last couple of weeks. We've seen a surge of about 25 to 30% of available homes. So that means if you're selling a home, you have to be really, really competitive and price your home very realistically. And in my experience, the data that we're seeing looking historically does not really match what's going on in the market right now. Buyers are always looking for bargains. Those always go under contract, or the really, really pretty homes that are priced just right. You can always get a home run in that case. But right now, the way the rates are, a 30-year fixed is over 7.28%. It varies every hour, every day. And then an FHA VA loan is kind of in the upper sixes. So if that's the case, it's all about affordability. I recently had a buyer that came and looked at one of my homes that I thought was priced very, very well. It was down in Fountain. It's in superb condition. And we priced it just right. And this buyer wanted to make an offer. They loved the home, but then when they looked at the payment, they kind of, decided against it. They weren't real comfortable with their budget being exceeded, basically, just because they loved the home. So the new stats have just come out for the Pikes Peak region. If you are thinking of moving, this is obviously a great time of year just because the yards are starting to green up. Lots of buyers, especially military buyers. But what we are seeing is that there's more inventory than there was last summer by 25.6%. And the sales are less than they were last year. So when you group those together, we've got a problem. But at the same time, the average and the median price are showing a trend going upwards. So it's really confusing. And that's why if you're not priced just right, and if you're not in sale condition, it is very likely that your home could sit on the market a lot longer than we thought. Just looking El Paso County wide, the median price is in the upper fives. The average days on market is getting really high. It's about 66 days on market, just looking backwards in the last week or so. But in general, homes that are priced initially correctly, especially the first 30 days, tend to sell for the most money. If you look, more specifically in certain areas, Colorado Springs area, what my one statistical data says is that, the market is kind of in between a buyer and a seller's market, but home sales are sort of outstripping supply, but just slightly. If you look at Castle Rock, the average or median price actually dropped from last month to this previous month, and inventory's gone up just a little bit. So very similar. But the average price up there in Castle Rock is in the upper eights. Also, the average days on market are fewer, like 45 days. In areas like Teller County, Woodland Park, and Florissant, those areas, the inventory is very, very low, and those areas are actually starting to get hotter as we speak right now. Also, Pueblo. Pueblo, as of the 5th, the median price is probably about 370. And home sales are doing pretty well there as well. Average days on market in Pueblo, though, are a lot higher, 94 days. And one area I love to look at, just because I live in the area, is Monument. The median list price is about $775. However, to get a new construction tract home, you're going to spend almost $1 million to hand the sugar out to your neighbor from your window. So prices are pretty high in the Monument area. Most of the homes that are with acreage, though, usually pretty much move fairly quickly. Average days on market a little bit less, 63 days in Monument. But at the end of the day, real estate is very local. Sometimes it's local by town, sometimes it's local by neighborhood, sometimes it's local by what the competition looks like. And so you really need to know all of those factors before you put your house on the market. That way you can position it for success. And I can pull statistics by zip code, by neighborhood, by subdivision, by street, whatever it takes to get you the most money. And that's part of what we help our clients do, is help them sell their homes for more than asking price. And we are doing that week after week. So if you'd like to get an idea of what your home is worth right now, go to barbhasthebuyers.com and click on that kind of school bus yellow button that says get home value. When you do that, it's not going to be an automated value. We actually have one of our specialists take a look at it, look at similar sales to give you a really good, realistic idea what similar homes to yours have sold for in the last few months. And if you are thinking of making a move and you would like to get a free home consultation on what to do and what not to do to get the most money when you sell your home, also get a really good idea what price range your home will sell for, and we can show you all of the buyers that we have looking for homes right now, including our buyers in waiting, all the buyers on Zillow, Realtor.com, our cash buyers, our citywide buyer agent network, and show you some of our great programs like our guaranteed sale and our worry-free move up program, so that you know how what your home is going to sell for and exactly what's going to happen when it does sell. My name is Barb Schlinker. I'm the broker owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty and the host of this show, Your Real Estate Voice. And we're really talking about what's going on in the Colorado Springs summer real estate market. Next up, we're going to cover how you can position your home to get the most money when you sell. Richard?
Barb, we're discussing how home sellers know how to get the most money when they sell. Talk to us about that.
Well, the values of homes, they tend to vary widely. Even the same home on the same street at the same size, the values are going to vary very widely according to 4 different factors. First of all, how well the home is prepared to go on the market. Second of all, is it priced right? Right now, it's a big mistake to overprice a home in this market because buyers are very particular. Homes are getting more expensive. So you want to look like the best deal on the block. And that's what we help our clients do, is really price the home realistically versus optimistically. And picking the right agent is absolutely critical to get that done. Also, how it's promoted. Do the pictures look good? You want to be the most attractive home in your neighborhood for sure. And when you go on the market and the market is not excited about your home, you can tell that right away, pretty much by the volume of showings. And I will say right now, it seems like they're a little slow on the uptake, more so than they were before. Like the home will go on the market, and there'll be a week or so of kind of like, oh, maybe I'll check that out, maybe I won't. And then all of a sudden, the volume of showings picks up. So don't be surprised too much like that. But in general, if you're getting just a few showings or no showings, you're probably 3 to 5% off in price, and you need to make an adjustment. If you're getting offers, you're in the ballpark. Okay. And the showing activity is a huge clue. Not every home is for every buyer. Doesn't matter how nice the home is. Every buyer has a different thing that they're looking for. And the way you know whether or not you're on track in terms of price and condition is whether or not you're actually getting feedback on the activity of your home. The feedback, what's the competition look like? What are homes that are getting contracts similar to yours? What do they look like and how are they priced? And that's part of what we do for our sellers, is we give them regular video updates where I show you the data right on the screen, so you know exactly what's going on, just like I do, so that you can really position the home to get the most money when you sell. So if you are thinking of making a move, you need someone with expertise and knowledge to help you make the best decisions about selling your home. Give us a call. We offer a free in-home consultation on what to do, what not to do to get your house ready for sale, give you a really good idea what your home will sell for. We'll go over all the closing costs so you know exactly how much you're going to put in your pocket. And then we'll show you our buyers, including our cash offers. Nobody else in town can present you with 3 to 5 cash offers on your home like we can. And you can choose whether or not you want that, or whether or not you want to go to the market and see if the market will offer you more. So give us a call at 719-301-3900 or go to barbhasthebuyers.com. Richard?
You're listening to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And if you're thinking of making a move, call Barb at 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking about the top ways to buy your next home without having to sell your current home. Stay tuned for that.